Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt the Greeter. Uh, Shooting a little non-motorcycle. Actually, it is a motorcycle video, but I'm not on the motorcycle. Before I get started, I'd like to thank tonight's sponsor. Actually, I don't have a sponsor. I'm drinking coffee, so let's just take a moment and thank coffee for always being there for us. Anyway, yeah. So I got this shirt on. My dad's friend's kid, I think, has a coffee company, something like that, Aldo's, somewhere in New York. I've never had the coffee, but I do have the shirt. So anyway, it's a start. So a few people were asking me about my helmets that I wear, and they've noticed more than one helmet, and so I just wanted to kind of. I was trying to explain through DM and I'm like, why don't I just do a video, and that way you can see the helmets and I can show you a little bit. Um, Before I show you the helmets that I ride with now, I thought I'd show you my first helmets and why I don't use them anymore. All right, so my first helmet is a Harley Davidson official helmet. It's a half helmet. It's back from my half helmet days, and I notice all the chunks and pits and all kinds of stuff. Oh, no trouble logo back there. It's an official Harley Davidson half helmet, gloss black, heavy. It's a solid helmet, which is a good thing because I actually crashed in this helmet a number of years ago, which is why I don't use it anymore. A big part of why I don't. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's some pretty substantial chunks taken out of this. Now, keep in mind, my head was in it when these chunks were made. I slammed through a concrete median. I was kind of run off the road. I'll show you. I'll take a ride through that spot at some point and show you how it happened, as best I can recall, based on a witness that kind of saw it happen. But it was years ago. Still wearing. I was only wearing half helmets then, so I was very blessed not to come out of it with any more permanent damage that I'm aware of. And so if I'm not aware of it, I guess it doesn't bother me, right? So anyway, this was helmet number one, and I stopped wearing this one because I got cracked in it. Now, insurance did not find me at fault, and so they paid for new gear. I got a new jacket and a new helmet out of the deal. So let me show you my second helmet. So here's helmet number two. It's also a Harley Davidson official half helmet. It's got some stickers on here with my little Adirondack. Done a lot of hiking. I might have mentioned that in some videos and on some Instagram posts. There's some stickers for my kids. I don't know, grumpy. Am I grumpy? Who knows? Anyway, I like this Ramon from the Cars movie, Low and Slow, and I ride a lowrider, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, it's matte black, and it's got a little duck bill on the back, so if you fall and whack the back of your head, you kind of absorb some of that damage. Now, it's a lot lighter than the other helmet, but it feels very solid. It's a very, very comfortable half helmet. It catches on the highway. It catches a good amount of wind, because your head only comes out to about here. So all of this area is just kind of catching the wind depending on how you ride. I don't have a windshield. But other than that, like I said, very comfortable, easy to wear. You put it on, if you get, you have it. So I don't know, lighter is good for neck fatigue because, your neck doesn't get as tired, but I always feel like it's lighter. So in some kind of a collision, it doesn't have quite the inertia behind it that a heavy helmet would. And when they do the demonstrations where they smash a cinder block on somebody with a sledgehammer, which I've had done to me on a bed of nails. I don't know if I can dig that video up, I'll show you. But something that's very heavy, it takes a lot of force to move it. So if you have a heavy helmet and it's smashing through, like, let's say branches or a bush or something, that helmet, it's going to take a lot of opposing force to slow it down, which is going to kind of protect your skull from that really sharp stop, because you can stop really fast, but your brain doesn't stop. You know what I mean? Because of a slap. Anyway, so great. I like this helmet for a half helmet. But I really wanted a moto vlog. So I thought I need something where I can put a camera on it and a microphone. Oh, and also all seasons rider in New England. So when I'm wearing this thing, it does have some vents. A couple of you open it up and a little air comes in over your grassy knoll up here, or my bare hill. But anyway, when you wear this kind of helmet in the winter, and then you have to break out stuff like this, and goggles and stuff. Now this is I got this from my old riding buddy Al, who has passed on. It's a face wrap. I don't know what it's made out of, but I will tell you, it is like as thin as paper. The wind does not get through. It's an incredible, if you had a whole suit of this, you could just wear that in the winter and just blast through the wind. I don't know what it is, but it's incredible. But anyway, I decided it would be better to wear full face helmets, after my good crash and this and that. So I got a good mother-in-law, so she gave me a couple of funds. I had a gift card. Revzilla had a closeout sale, so I was able to cobble all that together, and for not a lot of money out of my pocket, I was able to pick up helmet number 3. Which is my Schuberth C3 Pro. So if you follow Shade Tree Surgeon at all, you'll know that he recently, or a few months ago, picked up a new C3, and it was a hunk of junk. It was lousy. And but his previous C3 was a good helmet. This is the previous model. It was on closeout, which is how I was able to get it, thankfully, because the helmet that came out after this was a piece of trash, essentially, according to some people whose opinions I trust. But this model is fantastic. So I've said it before, it's like wearing a limousine on my head. So I wanted a moto vlog. I got this modular helmet. I had some really bad claustrophobia issues for a long time. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do the full face thing. So I got the modular helmet. So it folds up, got the chin bar. It comes back down. It has a special kind of clip. It's not a D-ring. It's like this. You see the texture there? And it goes into this little red thing. It looks like it's not going to hold. It looks like, but I'm telling you, it holds. And it's super easy to put on and take off. It's German engineering, so it works. You know what I mean? Even though it doesn't look like it's going to work. But after I got it, I realized, I don't think I can put a camera setup on a modular helmet. So I was like, that's lousy. So I rode with it without the camera for a long time. Now later, I saw Shade Tree Surgeon install a camera setup on the modular, which is how I ended up going back to this for cold weather riding, cold weather moto vlogging, I should say. A couple advantages to this Schuberth C3. It does have pretty good ventilation. The best feature, in my estimation, is the drop-down sun visor. I absolutely love not having to deal with sunglasses and all that stuff under a helmet. So, you can, after you do it a couple of times, your hand will just intuitively go to that spot. So, you come around a corner and the sun is in your eyes, it takes no effort at all. It's harder to do it with the helmet off, I think. But anyway, this helmet, I have to say, is very warm. So it is not a good summertime helmet in my estimation. Now, if you run cold, you might like this helmet, even in the summertime. But I get awfully warm, and I pump a lot of heat. So this helmet is too warm for me in the summertime. So then I was thinking, I need a full face helmet if I'm gonna do a motovlog setup. So now obviously I have one on here now, but before that I thought I needed a full face as well. So again, I went on Revzilla. I had some Revzilla, Revzilla cash from my previous purchase, and they had another sale. It was a new helmet. Hang on a second. And so let me show you what I picked up. This one should look familiar to you. This is my Sedici Strata 2 Primo. And I wanted to get a high-vis helmet. I didn't realize they had other color options because this was on its own drop-down menu. Then the other color options, which are an identical helmet in different colors, were in a separate spot. So anyway, I was like, well, this is the one I want. It's matte black. But I figure my wife's an artist. Maybe she can paint something on it, or I'll slap some stickers on it. So instead of going high-vis, I went high-vis, and I got a reflective visor, which I really love. The advantages to the Sedici Strata is that it's a lot lighter than the Schuberth. It is a lot lighter. And part of that is probably because it doesn't have the mechanism for, you know, getting the chin bar up and down. It's not modular, so it has fewer parts. It has adequate ventilation. It's pretty quiet. It's my first full face, like true full face helmet. So I don't know, maybe other helmets are more ventilated than this one. Maybe some helmets are quieter, but this is about as nice and cool and quiet as I could expect a full face helmet to be. Not only that, but I anticipated claustrophobia issues, and I haven't had any. Once I put it on, it's part of my head. You know what I mean? So it really does disappear, and you don't forget. I don't forget I'm wearing it, but it just kind of, it's part of the. It just becomes part of the uniform. It's not an encumbrance or whatever. So I really do enjoy this helmet. It's comfortable inside. It's got a great. You probably can't see it on here, but got a really nice color pattern inside, red and black. Kind of looks like Dracula's coffin liner. Speaking of claustrophobia. And this one, I didn't want to drill into it. So I saw this, I think Chopper Fett used it first from what I saw. But it's a camera mount that just literally buckles onto the chin bar. So you don't have to do any drilling. You don't have to use any 3M tape or anything like that. So it's easy on, easy off. Or in my case, just easy on, never off. Because I've always got the camera on, and it's just, you know, obviously you've seen GoPro mounts before. Now this has the traditional D-ring, so you know with the D-ring it's not coming loose. So, you know, it's a very, so for, it was like maybe $250, which is a lot of money for me, believe me, on our little income here. But I felt like it was well worth it, and putting the camera on there, and the comfort, it has become my favorite helmet. So it's several $100s cheaper than the Schuberth, you know, if you were to buy them both new. But even though it's several $100s cheaper, I prefer it. And you know, there's maybe no better reason than that I just prefer it. And so I think you'll find that too with helmets. If you do some shopping, you'll just prefer a helmet because it just, for some reason or another, it fits best. So just another point of fact about the helmets is the Schuberth is much tighter, which I think is why it's a lot warmer. So I wear an earring. I have to take that out when I put the Schuberth on because it'll tear it out of my earlobe, you know. But with the Sedici, you know, I can kind of squish the foam a little bit and get it over there, and I can take the helmet off no problem. So there's a little bit more room, even though it you know, it feels, you know, as snug. There's a little more, you can, it may be a little more comfortable for you, you know. So I don't know, again, I'm dealing with, you know, no grass on the dome up there, you know. I got friends with really big hair. I got friends with, you know, a lot of piercings and stuff. So I can't really attest to what kind of helmet you might want to wear if you have a lot of hair, or if you're, you know, if you got a lot of piercings and things like that. But anyway, those are my helmets. That's what I wear. The other kind of thing that it goes with my helmet, 3 seasons a year, is the neck gaiter. So I've been wearing the Indy Ridge one for a while. It came with some boots that I got, I think, and they just kind of snuck it into the package, which was really nice. But that just kind of, that goes on, that obviously goes over the head, and it keeps stuff from getting down in the jacket. And I got really used to wearing that in the cold weather. And you know, maybe it's because I'm getting older, or maybe I'm just getting a little wiser, or you know, I'm not worried about image, obviously. And so that kind of thing is important to me. You got to stay warm to stay focused, to stay safe when you're riding. Boy, other than that, I mean, those are my helmets. And, you know, you're supposed to replace them every 5 years or so. So I guess in maybe 10 years from now when I'm, when I'm looking to replace one of my helmets, I guess I'll take it from there, you know, and I'm sure technology will increase. But anyway, that's all I got for you. You know, get yourself a cup of coffee and hop onto you know, Revzilla or a corresponding site and do some helmet shopping. Let me know, what do you wear when you're riding? And what do you wish? Do you have a dream helmet? And, you know, have you ever had a lousy helmet? I'd like to know that stuff. You know, it's just good to get a dialogue going because you never know who's reading the comments. Somebody might need to know exactly what you think. They don't care what I think, but what you think, you know, though a helmet works for you. So anyway, thanks for watching. To any of my new subscribers, it's really cool having you on board, and I love interacting with you. And you know, to the people I'm newly subscribed to who are very generous with their time, like Eric from Kraken's Garage and Adventures, and people like that, I appreciate you guys. And you know, stay safe out there. And I care about you. I'll talk to you soon. Be sure to like this video if you want. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already there. Share it if you know someone who's looking for a helmet. And yeah, leave a comment. And I'll see you on the road. All right. Bye.